So let's just hop into this. Yo, guys, just wanted to come back and let you know that the move is finally done. I finished setting up the studio. Thank goodness. You'll notice that I was finally able to release a video last week after must have been 2 or 3 months. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back. All that hard stuff's taken care of. Got into the new place I needed to get into. Life is back to a smooth sailing, which is great. And that more videos are coming. In fact, right now I'm working on a tutorial for how to use Newtone for FL Studio, in FL Studio to edit your vocals and pitch them properly. But that is not the topic of today. You guys can look forward to that though. Topic of today, I just kind of wanted to say some stuff that was on my mind while letting you guys know to get excited for more content. I was thinking right now after finishing my classes about the first time I ever actually made money selling my music. It's a really interesting story that I might have told you guys, but I want to tell you again. The first time I ever sold my music was I might have been back in, it's 2020 now, and it might have been when I was 24 years old. So back in 2014. And that's the first time I ever made any money on anything I ever made. The way I did this was I was just living in a house, smoking a lot of weed with my friends, and we were all just hanging out, playing a lot of League of Legends, and sometimes I would make some music for fun. I didn't really understand any art concepts or techniques behind it. I just did it, and I taught myself through YouTube. I've never, ever been to college, especially for anything like this. So, back then, it was really hard. It wasn't hard to teach yourself, but you learned a lot on YouTube, and that's one thing that really attracted me to FL Studio. Now, just because I made money for the first time selling a song, just a random beat or something on Pond 5, didn't mean it was all money from then on. In fact, even 6 years later, I still, even though I'm making money off of my music and YouTube, I still have to hold a job to support myself. The thing is, and kind of the point I wanted to get here, is that chasing what you love, I want to remind you guys to do it for yourself. Don't do it for money, because if you do it for money, you'll get tired and exhausted and worn out. If you do it to impress others, you'll be disappointed, because some people might support you on like your first track, especially your friends and family, but there's going to come a time eventually when you realize that those people really don't give a shit about your dreams. They might care about your success as a human being, which is great. It's good, and that encouragement to be successful and to have a stable life is very good that a family does that, or a family and friends, social media people. But in general, any type of like validation you're looking for through creating music or chasing a dream because you think it validates you as a human is not a good reason to do something. And it will, again, lead you to, instead of rather being exhausted, this will lead you to, in the end, hate what you do and become very bitter towards it. The reason I've been able to get to the point where I am today, and still, I'm still a very small guy. But the only reason I've been able to get to where I am today is because I've always made sure that I make music and make YouTube videos for myself. Not because I don't love you guys. You guys amaze me all the time with what I'm checking out. I check your comments and I check your channels. Sometimes I leave a comment. You guys amaze me with your support. But the reason I made YouTube videos might be for other people, but the reason I made music and still make music is always for me. That way, because art is so subjective, when someone tells you, yo, you sound like this, or this sounds like this but not as good, or oh, this is great, but then you just realize that they're a yes guy. The thing is, in the end, you need to be happy with what you created, because if you can't be happy with it, you'll likely be disappointed with everyone else. You need to make you need to make art because you're passionate about it. You need to chase something because it's important to you. First time I sold that song, it was $15 in my pocket, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. It was such a spark and an excitement for me to make more stuff. But what's crazy is that happened when I was 24 years old. I bought FL Studio when I was 18 years old with my first paycheck from GameStop. And I got to tell you, I was really bad at making music. I didn't know music theory. I didn't understand anything. It was some real garbage stuff. But you know what? I loved doing it. And I somehow, after not even taking music classes in high school, after only having a few what you could call music lessons from two close friends that taught me the snare's supposed to go on 2 and the kick is supposed to go on 4, or just the snare keeps the rhythm, the kick is the bop. And I was like, oh, that was the extent of the music lessons I got. But it was really interesting to reflect on that. It took me 6 years to go from having fun doing something to finding and even putting myself out there to where I could sell something. If you do that, you have to take the chance that you might be rejected before that. And rejection's okay. Rejection actually can be a huge drive, and it is for me. But even after that, like I said, I'm still not on a career doing this. When that happens, yes, you can bet I'll be the happiest guy in the world. But it wasn't an easy thing to do. If I wanted to do something to make a lot of money, I would have chased being a doctor. I would have studied 8 years, gotten my doctorate, and then I would have gone and been a doctor and made a lot of money and been secure for the rest of my life. But for me, what I wanted to do was hold a job and do what I love, which always involved making music. And that was my creative outlet for no matter what bright part of my life I was in or what dark part of my life I was in. I knew it was for me because I was able to express myself and do those things no matter how I felt. When I felt broken, when I was homeless, when I felt rejected, destroyed, music, I was still able to do this, and it was important to me. During the times things are good, music, I was still able to express and use and find love and passion in this for myself, not for anyone else. And I think if you can learn to love your passion that way, suddenly having a job and doing something else that you want to become one, or just doing a passion like that, it doesn't become extra work. It becomes fun. Every day you have only so many hours, and you only have so much energy until you're tired. You need to think how can I use that efficiently? And how can I accomplish something valuable to me before I turn, and I'm 30 now, before I turn 30, before I'm 40, before I'm 50, before I'm on my deathbed? How can I make it so that when I am on my deathbed, that I've lived a life that I don't regret? And that's one reason why YouTube and the community that you guys provide is really encouraging and inspiring to me. I find it so much more valuable to share information and knowledge and be involved with other creators and other viewers, because I'm as much of a viewer as you guys too. You guys should see how much YouTube I watch. It's so much more productive for me than sitting down and watching a Netflix series or playing a game for 40 hours. Not that these things are wrong. I play games and I watch shows, but these are rewards for my hard work. These aren't what I do regularly. And it's not wrong to do those things regularly. Some people want to have a very normal life, work 9 to 5, come home, maybe have a kid, watch some TV, eat some dinner, kiss your wife. That's good stuff. Maybe a wife wants to have a baby, stay home, take care of Poppy, stuff like that. And there's all kinds of people out there that make this world beautiful for us. But my encouragement to you here, if you're watching this, chasing an artistic field, make sure that you never forget to love what you're doing, specifically for yourself as well. It's probably the most important thing I learned on my whole road to being where I am now, 30 years old. Even a life lesson that I learned is love what you're doing. Thanks to this, you might think maybe if I make enough things, someone's gonna give me a sponsor, a manager or a label might pick me up. But you know what? Not everyone sees the same potential in you that you see in yourself. And that's okay, because we live in a time where we can make things happen. But by the time someone sees potential in you, you might already be set up yourself to make things happen. A lot of reasons why people might fuck with you is because they see you as a way to make money. And that's okay, because music industry is a business. But that's another reason why I forecast even myself, if I ever do this full time, and if this becomes a way to make money full time, this is now not just something I love. It is a way that my life depends on it. And I want to remember to always love this and not hate it like any other job that you might love at first, but then grow to just be exhausted of or tired of or annoyed. And especially, I'm sure, when it comes down to money in business in the music industry, I'm sure I'm going to have to remember to love what I'm doing. Make sure that first, or else I'll lose all passion in what I'm making. And I want you guys just to be encouraged to keep going, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is, because something is hard to accomplish, that makes it all the more special and a reason you should accomplish it. Because if doing what you want to do or what I want to do was easy, it wouldn't be valuable. Anyone can scratch their ass. Anyone can play League of Legends. Not everyone can be a diamond player, but, that's not my dream and that's not my talent. Being great, truly great at something takes time and effort, and a lot of the time money, which is one reason why I encourage people to have jobs while they chase their dreams. You could try working on music 8 hours a day, or you could work for 6 hours a day, make music for 2 hours a day, and those 6 hours a day that you're working, making $10 an hour or less, that $60 can be spent, that's just one day of work, can be spent towards paying someone who knows way more than you to teach you in less time. If I put in extra work in my life and then use money as a tool to shortcut my, growth, money isn't, it's not important for me to have a lot of money. The way I look at money is time, is making this money and spending this money in this way going to exponentially speed up the progress that I am making in getting towards a goal. Identify your goal and use the tools available to you. Use your hard work. It's okay to spend that money on a lesson. It's okay to spend that money on a synthesizer. Now, don't get caught up in marketing. There's a lot of Instagram things that are like, you need this sample pack, and you don't need sample packs, and you don't need synthesizers to make great art. Find a tool that you love. Work with it a lot. Find a sample pack that you like. Work with it a lot. And push yourself to learn something new every week, every month, whatever you have time to do. Don't just get a new tool because you'll think it'll make you better. It's not going to make your workflow better. You being diligent enough to stick around and stick on something solidly enough for longer than 30 minutes a week. I like to do this stuff all day. I finish teaching, I do this stuff all day, but I've been able to condition and just teach myself to love it, and love it more than anything, except for myself. And after that, there comes so much reward, like a community you're involved in, people that look to you for some answers, creating videos for people that love them, and viewing yourself videos that you love, that you know are beneficial to you. Going from being 18 years old and only playing one instrument, the recorder, when I was 5 years old, going from 18 years old and hopping in FL Studio with no guidance at all, to going from where I am today is a slow path. But that's all right, because hard work and time make your goal more valuable. The harder it is to achieve, the harder and less likely anyone else is going to achieve your goal. So if your goal is great, don't ever worry about the difficulty. Just go for it. And it's okay if it sucks sometimes, and it's okay if it's awesome sometimes, because you're going to love what you're doing, and you're doing it for yourself. No one else, no money, no things like that. And that's kind of the point of what I was just thinking about over there a moment ago. Finally moving in all this stuff and like being stable and where I am today has been a long journey. It's not just even been the music. There's a lot of mental growth that people have to go through, and that I had to go through too, compared to where I was to where I am today as well. And I know a lot of you guys deal with stuff like that too. So I want to encourage you guys with that stuff as well. Be honest with yourself. If you need help, I've certainly needed to ask for help in the past, and continue to meditate a lot on that stuff. One thing to look forward to, guys, is first music video. Just finished recording it and waiting for the editor to pop it back. Can't wait to show it to you guys. Can't wait to drop the song. Editing those videos, those 3 videos now that I had been standing on standby because I've been so busy moving and working on that song. So you guys are going to get some FL Studio tutorials soon. I love you guys. And if there's some way that what I know now can help anyone in any way, whether it makes their journey easier, faster, or more informative, or less confusing, if there's anything that I've gone through, and I'm still 30 years young, 30 years old, if there's anything I know and any experience that I think is valuable that can help you guys, I just want to put it out there in this video so that you guys have this available to you too, because I want you guys to succeed just as much as I do. That's the whole reason I make videos. You guys have infinite potential, and I want you guys to chase it as hard as you can. I want you guys to just go at it, because we're only alive once. So accomplish and grab and take what you can. Don't hurt others doing it, but take what you can for you and be the best person for you, so that you can be that best person for the people you love around you. Struggle, grind, push yourself every day, because if you do, you will accomplish great things. If someone like me, just finishing high school and then just working at GameStop for like 5 years of my life, if someone like me who didn't go to college to learn anything, if someone like me who was depressed, sad, and wanted to kill myself for so many years of my life, if someone like me who was really just, I don't even like the person I used to be, I was just a bad person, if someone like me can become what I am today, I know that people like you have infinitely more potential to do even greater things. And that's this message of love and encouragement to you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your orientation. It doesn't matter what your color. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl. I want you to know to do something because you love it, and chase that happiness, because I think a lot of us are too afraid to chase what we love sometimes. But I want to let you know not to be afraid, because there is some really green grass on the other side from what I'm been seeing in my life lately. And I want to thank you guys as well for being a part of that too. Keep going, guys. Like, keep it up and just keep making what you love. Keep doing what you love and encourage others to do the same thing, because then love will come back to you most of the time. Not all the time. There will be times of darkness. I've been through those times. No matter how much I've loved people, I have been homeless and I have been rejected and I have been addicted to things and just a mess. But it's okay, because you know what? I kept going. And now I am who I am today because of that. And I love the man that I've become. And I know that I'm going to love every single one of what you guys become, especially if you guys just keep at it. I'll stop repeating myself now. I'm pretty much rambling here. So, guys, thank you for being here. More videos are being edited right now, literally. As you're seeing this and I'm putting this and uploading this, I am editing a video right now, and getting ready for more stuff coming this way. All right, guys? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you needed to hear it, I'm glad that you were here to listen. If you know someone else who needs to hear it, don't worry, send it to them. I'm really not worried about being open and honest about things. I think a lot of us can use that sometimes. And I'm going to go get to work, guys, all right? So this has been Professor. I'm back here working and grinding, and I'll see you guys again in the next video very soon, all right? Love you, and keep it up, guys. Stay strong, grind hard, and push yourself. Peace.